Well, I tried to get it back on the ground today. You know, it's just nice to see it on the ground with wheels on it, so it looks like a normal car again. So, right now, the back looks fine. It probably has to come down a little bit, but it hasn't rolled around or anything, so the suspension might be a little bound up, and it'll probably come down if you drive it around a little bit. The front, unfortunately, is way too low. That's with a 2x6 and a 4x4 under the tire just to get it to the point where I can get the jack out. It's actually up in the wheel arch here too. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's up with that. I had the ride height set in the middle since I thought that's about where it should be. And when I was letting it down on the jack, unfortunately the jack kind of got away on its way down, and the suspension was like way set low, so the jack kind of caught my nice custom radiator and my fabricated lower radiator support. It doesn't leak yet, but you can see it's kind of bent up. So yeah, that wasn't good. But the next thing, I got to figure out what to do with the with this front suspension, because it ain't gonna work like that. And I did jack it up, raise the suspension, put it back down, and I was trying to get it to the point where I could actually get the jack out, and I never really reached that until I put the 4x4s under it. So right now the suspension is adjusted all the way up. That is as high as it will go. So I have to figure out what to do with this thing here. Probably have to put some kind of a spacer at the bottom of that that threaded piece that goes on the shock, because wow, this won't work. Or I suppose we could put a spacer on the top. Doesn't really make much difference now, does it? Okay, more on that later. Yeah, this kind of yanged us up a little bit today. I have the brakes partially bled, so I could have very carefully taken it out and drove it around the driveway if I could get it down from its perch here. But even if you tried to roll it off, I mean, it's gonna be not happy on the ground like that. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well, I took the suspension up 3 more turns on each side, and the locking screw still engaged, so I don't think it can go a lot higher than that without actually running out of threads on the spring perch itself. So it's still pretty low, but we could get the jack out from under it, and we're gonna see what happens when you try to take it for a little ride. Hopefully we can get the brakes pumped up. If not, hopefully the handbrake works. made it around the driveway. No, the brakes do not work when you pump them up. So, the handbrake works. But man, this right rear, I mean left rear, is really either just kind of corroded from sitting for so long, or there's something wrong, because it isn't real happy. Yeah, looks like we missed the wood on this side, so I guess we're not going to jack it up anymore tonight. Oh well. It's nice to have it sitting back on the ground again, at least. And next we got to figure out front suspension and finish bleeding the brakes. And probably have to order a new radiator now. I don't know. We'll look and see how bad it is. But yeah, that's it. We made it to the first drive around the driveway. Amazing. Man, took a long time to get here. It's been about 10 months since this thing's been under its own power in any way and on the ground. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Oh, and one other thing. I don't know if you saw me, I was putting the seatbelt on when I came back in the garage. Just because the only light that's on the dashboard that means a problem is the seatbelt light. For some reason it didn't go off when I put the seatbelt on. It might be because I don't know if it has the seatbelt sensor in the passenger seat or not, but there's some stuff in there and that seatbelt wasn't on, so maybe that's it. I don't know. But yeah, the brakes don't show any problems. The ABS doesn't show any problems. Airbag doesn't show any problems. And all of the gauges work now except the tack. So after we get the tack wired up, it should be everything inside the car should look just like a normal 944 and work like a normal 944. And as you can see, other than the front suspension being too low and it having a different colored nose panel on it at the moment, you know, it looks like a normal 944. Nothing weird about it at all. But it does have a 6-liter V8 hiding under the hood. Ha! Well, okay. We're going to take it for one more little tootle around the driveway. Yes, and there are no brakes except the handbrake. And that's kind of tricky to use. But wow, yeah, it's sitting out here. It's not loud or obnoxious or anything. It's a little rumbly, but otherwise, kind of like a normal car. Well, we didn't make the little tootle around the garage for the second time. Whatever is wrong in this left rear started making all kinds of growling and scraping and screaming noises, so we're gonna have to figure that out too. But I think it's probably the parking brake. It must be jammed up or something, because it definitely gets worse when you try to stop with the parking brake. So yeah, one more thing to fix. Yay.